It's working. What is up? I have two screens going on right now, you guys. I'm literally live on YouTube and on my Facebook page, and for a very important reason. Okay, Spirit actually told me to. Let me make sure that I look at my video correctly. So I'm going to try to combine these into both spaces. So bear with me just a second. Welcome. I have something very important to talk about today because I'm getting ready to do a workshop. Okay. And this workshop, like many others, had an attempt at sabotage. Okay. So I'm going to talk about that. I've got a very important message from Prometheus about today's workshop that I'm about to do. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to give his message. I'm going to pull some cards. And there we go. I've got you both on. All right. So hopefully if anybody comes on, I can talk to them. But I wanted to do it this way for a reason. And what's really cool is I really am on YouTube and Facebook all at the same time. So no matter which one you follow, you're going to see me. I'm doing it live rather than an upload video because it takes a while to upload the videos. And I needed to do this ASAP. Okay. So let me introduce myself a little bit and then I'll tell you kind of what's going on. I'm sure you're kind of familiar if you're on my channel or my page, but some of you are quite new. So my Facebook page is growing quite rapidly. So I want to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Juniper Blue Mystique. That's what Spirit calls me. My name is also Brianna. Okay. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. So I'm just making sure y'all can hear me. I am the one who brought about the ascension. Whether you want to believe it or not, the proof is there. Okay. So I don't just say that with a grain of salt. That's actually a really big statement for somebody to say, right? It's a really big statement, especially when people judge and they assume a lot. But when I say that statement, it's very real. Everything has been recorded and witnessed throughout the history of this last 3 years. And you've been watching the world change as well from the work that I've done already. So some of you are well aware that in just an hour and 13 minutes, my time or anybody's time, in 1 hour and 13 minutes, I have a very important workshop coming. This one is called Around the World Excursion. Okay, this was a big redemption for the DM, which he did not show up. But there's a reason for that. So I've been feeling a lot of love from the DM. I feel like he's scared and I just want him to know it's going to be okay. Because that's what the angels said. Okay. Within the last few weeks to a month, I have been being attacked by somebody I thought was, again, close. This happens quite often. I got a download of a false DM. They tried really hard to kind of thwart this. It was out of anger. But it's not a good thing what happened, right? And that is the truth. I had to get a healing. Like I was saying, I wasn't well. It was not good. But I did get a healing. Those that were close to me are still very close to me. Those that are not have been removed. But I will tell you that's probably why the DM couldn't show up in time, is because we had to recuperate from what happened to us. Okay. I feel him very much so. He sent me so much love last night. It's not even funny. 3:33. Again, I don't know who my DM is. I had a false download from the attack. Okay. That's number one, because the DM was supposed to be here for this excursion. All right. Amy, you're here. I've got something really cool coming in for today's workshop. That's kind of what this is about. I've got a message from Prometheus. They want me to pull a card. And I asked Spirit where we were going, right? So this is for redemption for the DM. They are saying they're going to hold space for him today. All right. We have another one coming in another week or so. So we'll see what happens, because he's not with me today, but that's okay. Like, I don't feel anything negative about that. I was attacked and I did get a false download of a DM, right? And I had to get a healing. Amy actually helped me through that. So I'm very thankful with that. But what's interesting is it did kind of throw us off a little bit. And that's probably why the DM isn't here today. We are doing an around the world excursion. I've been talking about that. This is a 4-week healing event. This is very, very, very important because we're about to do something to the planet that might cause a little bit of uncomfortableness, even though everything else already has pretty much for some, right? I find it funny, yes, because I'm part of the ascension. So I know I'm good to go. But So what this excursion was is they told me it's called Around the World. Okay. My DM has a really big chance to redeem himself, but we were attacked. So it put us a little bit off. But he's there. He's with me energetically. His energy is very much so with me. He was with me last night. I felt his love. And then he was actually scared, like nervous, right? But it's okay. And that's one thing Spirit wants me to tell him. There's nothing but positive energy right now towards the DM and towards this event today. And the fact that he's not here today is okay. It's to be expected from what happened to us recently. But Prometheus has a message, this around the world excursion. All they told me prior was that we are going to be going around the world along the equator. Okay. And I've talked about that. I've posted links about it. I have already activated pyramids along the equator, but we're going to be just doing something different a little bit. And it does have to do with pyramids in a different way. So these are 7D activations. Okay. It is starting in Ecuador. Today we are going to Ecuador. And I'm like, is Ecuador along the equator? I didn't know. This is what Spirit told me. So I looked it up. Let me tell you what I found. Ecuador is on the equator. You can actually walk the equator line at Ecuador. If you go to, so Ecuador is 86.37 miles south of the equator. And there is a city town closest to the equator where you can actually walk on the equator. And it's called Quito. It's a Spanish language. I'm so sorry if I botch that, but it's Quito, Ecuador. And if you walk on Mitad del Mundo in Quito, Ecuador, you are walking on the equator. And we are starting in Ecuador today, which is on the equator. And I feel like there's something big coming. Okay. There's something really big coming there with it. So I'm so excited for those who have actually heard the call and are joining me for this one. I did have to go into my programs, into my channel, into my Facebook, into my Patreon, and I had to block somebody because I was absolutely being attacked. Okay. So those that are members will probably notice that number dwindled a little for a reason. Because somebody did try to sabotage all of this and it didn't work. And that's what Spirit wants me to say. So hello. Something very big and exciting is coming. It is counting down to 1 hour and 8 minutes away. I will be starting my workshop for Around the World excursion. Now, Prometheus is going to be helping to lead this along the way. This is very, 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 very big. Okay, it is. It's very big. I'm going to give you the message from Prometheus about this because all of you, whether you're participating in this workshop or not, need to know this because the work that I do causes shifts in your reality. Okay. And this is redemption. That's the best thing I can tell you is this is Judgment Day. So this is what Prometheus says, and his handwriting was unlike anybody else's. So Prometheus is a god. He's the god of war, but actually the god of humankind. And I've done a couple things on him before. Look at his handwriting when I channeled it. It's not the best. So I'm going to read this the best that I can. When I channel, you can actually see the handwritings change. It's pretty cool. And I do want to reiterate enough just in case the DM needs to know. He has nothing to worry about. I don't think they're going to take his blue light away. So I just wanted to say that because I was attacked big time. And I even had a download of a false DM and all kinds of stuff, and it wasn't accurate. So I just want him to know that it's okay. That's what Spirit wants him to know. But Prometheus has this to say, okay? You will not know this planet like it once was after today. This is the start of it. You already won't, but this is big. Okay. So he says, you will not know this planet like it once was. Shifting tides, shifting sides. Which side are you on? Take a breath and rest assured you will not know things anymore as they were. You will not. What goes up must come down. What was down will now be up. Okay, that was Prometheus' message, and I just got chills when I said that, and they want me to pull some cards. This is very, very, very important. If you want to join this excursion, you can. They want me to detail it a little bit. So this is what they're calling around the world. Some of you know that I activated all the pyramids around the world. These are not all the pyramids. I activated feminine pyramids. So these have to do with masculine pyramids. That's what Spirit's telling me. And it has to do with 7D, because every pyramid I activated was a feminine pyramid. I don't know why that was relevant, but they told us that like a year ago. And apparently these ones have to do with the masculine aspect, but of 7D. So this is big, okay? What this is, it's called Around the World. We are going around the equator, and we are doing it over 4 weeks' time. So it's once a week. We will be going on these Zoom workshops that I do, which is what is posted on my channel on YouTube, because I am now live on YouTube and Facebook. Nobody's watching it on YouTube. This is not a planned live. This is not something I normally do. But this workshop is very big. And what is up, Becca, everybody? As I said, I was attacked. I was attacked big time. Okay. Amy knows she had to do a healing on me. And I'm so thankful she did. Okay. And the energies were rampant. They almost got somebody else I care about deeply, but that's okay. And I cleared my channel. I cleared my pages, 1111. I cleared my Patreon. I cleared everybody of everything I had of this energy. So we're all pretty safe, but sweet. But I had a download of a false DM and everything regarding this. There was a big attempt to sabotage this workshop. Okay. And more than that, it was a big attempt to sabotage love in general. Okay. And that's not going to happen. So my DM didn't quite make it for this one, but I have faith. They're not telling me anything negative. He's not getting the blue light taken away from him today or anything. And that's what they're telling me. What exactly is going to happen in the workshop, I don't know. But this one's called Around the World. We were going to go around the equator. That's all I knew. And then I had to research the equator. Like, what is around the equator? Some of the pyramids I already activated are around the equator. Okay. Which one was it? Like Bolivia. There's a bunch of them that I had already done that are close to the equator line. And so I thought that was kind of relevant for what was coming today, but these are new ones. This is the masculine side, and it's going to be big. So today Malachi will be helping on behalf of my DM, but he doesn't 1222. He doesn't have to take his light. And that's what he's saying. My DM and I are safe. There was an attempt at both of us. So we're starting at Ecuador, because I didn't know anything about the equator. And today I'm like, where are we going? And they're like, Ecuador. So I looked it up. Ecuador is on the equator. Okay. It's one of the closest places to the equator. So this is the starting point. Okay. Is Ecuador. And like I said, it's only 86.37 miles south of the equator. You can actually walk the equator line if you go to Ecuador, you guys. It's in Mitad del Mundo in Quito, Ecuador. And you can walk the equator line. I thought that was such a really cool thing. I had no idea. So that's where we're starting today. I'm so excited for this workshop. I love doing these things. I love activating pyramids. I love shifting the planet. I really do. And Prometheus literally said, you will not know this planet like it once was. Shifting tides, shifting sides. Which side are you on? Okay. Yeah, it's a big deal what's coming today. All right. I'm going to finish reading that one more time just because people are just joining. This is Prometheus's messages. You will not know this planet like it once was after today. We are shifting tides and shifting sides. Which side are you on? Take a breath and rest assured you will not know things anymore as they were. What goes up must come down. What was down will now be up. And the individual that tried to attack me is no longer in the light at all. I can tell you that. This is a big deal. So we're going to Ecuador for day 1. Where we're going next week, I don't know. I never know until it's time. But what's really cool is I didn't know. And I'm like, where are we going? And they're like, Ecuador. And I looked it up, and it surely is right on the equator. So I'm super duper excited. And again, my alchemy graduate helped me big time get up into this point. So I'm super excited. And I will tell you guys, the DM was sending me so much love last night. I still don't know who he was. I was not thwarted by the false DM. It didn't really convince me it was him anyways. 1444. So nothing bad happened there. Thank goodness. And he's safe. That's what they want to say. He wanted to be here. That's what Spirit is also saying. But he was also blocked, just as I was. So I'm going to pull some cards on it today, okay, to see what's going on, because it's a big deal. Amy says, I'm glad to help. Girl, it helped more than you know. After that, I noticed that person had tried to download every one of my courses, which they were behind on. And I just blocked them completely from everything. Like blocked. I had to block my energy, block everything. Whew, like it was intense. And once I did that, I stopped feeling any more of the negative pull. And then my DM just kept sending me so much love last night when I realized he wasn't coming. So it's okay. I have faith. Okay. I want to see what else they have to say about this, because this is a big shift for the planet. As Prometheus says, is what was down will now be up, and what was up will now come down. You understand? You will not know this planet anymore like you once did at all. Okay, it's already been shifting, 1555. And the synchronicities on YouTube are insane, even though nobody is watching this live on YouTube. But I do have people watching it live on Facebook. All right, so let's see. So I'm super excited. Again, 4-week excursion. I do have a couple people joining me. It's never too late to join this one. If at any time you want to, you still can today. Again, it's priced higher because this is a big one. If you join this workshop, you will be taking yourself further into 7D. Okay. Not only that, like there's some big activations here that not everybody has access to. And this is also a 4-week excursion. We're doing 4 sessions. But keep in mind, I don't just heal people. I heal the planet. I shift the planet. I make big changes. And I'm also seeing waterways. So when they say what goes up must come down, some of you, I know Amy's aware of this one. It was a year or 2 ago. I can't remember, when I was doing the activations of the pyramids the first go round. Prometheus came through and did a video, and he took the earth in his hands and he ripped it in half. You had 2 halves of the whole. He shifted them and he put them back down. Okay. When I took us into 7D, I flipped it upside down. All right. And so this is relevant for the message he also gave. It really, truly is. Okay. If you're also in my Patreon, I recently did a workshop, the last one I did, where we upgraded the violet flame. So if you are a light being, starseed, all of those people who use the violet flame, you need to upgrade because it has been shifted to 7D. Okay. Unless you can create within 7D energies or be activated within them, you shouldn't be able to use it correctly otherwise. All right. So here's the cards I'm pulling for today also. Okay. This will create an awakening for some star seeds and light workers across the board. The violet flame is coming in for a reason. Okay. This is a big deal. Crown chakra is also being redone. All right. We are redoing the crown chakra of the planet. Which will in turn activate within hours for those that join the workshop. Okay. And only a couple star seeds that are ready to receive across the planet, because I'm the one who brings those about no matter what. If you're getting them through the earth, you're getting them because I brought them. So that's what that means. So we do also have furried and feathered friends. Now, if you guys also remember, I will bring our furried and feathered friends in the energy with us because they have to ascend as well. They have to upgrade. They're evolving also. And then we have Aethor, seamless, unspeakable. Okay. This is not just a warning. This is letting you guys, this is a warning. That's kind of what they're calling it. Although I think warning has a negative connotation. So it's not meant to be negative. But this is actually very big. And for those that tried to thwart it, for those that threw negative energies, it's going to sting. Okay. That's all I can say. If they can even watch this video, because I do believe I blocked them. But we do have Star Seer. Okay. So this is entering the unknown. This is only like higher beings will be able to access this one. right away. So the entire collective whole will feel this one, but you will not get the activations unless you participate for at least about a year. That's what they're saying. These are big. Okay. Aethor, we are changing the world as we know it. And that's what they're saying. Okay. Fire, Solaris, Sublime. This is about you. Okay. So this is about union of forces and power activations. This is big, you guys. Like, I can't reiterate enough how big today is, and I'm so freaking excited. The DM is not with me, but it's going to be okay. That's what they're saying. There was an attempt at sabotage. That is why I got a download of a false DM. That is why I took such a hit and was reaching out for help. It was bad, but I made it through. Thanks to my buddies. My buddy who has saved my life a couple of times. Amy H has saved my life a couple of times. That's not a joke on this journey. She's well aware of the attacks that I've had and what that means and what darkness can do. It's not fun and it hurts very badly. It hurt very badly. So the reason I'm talking about that is because do the angels retaliate and the gods? Not necessarily. You create your own boat. That's what they're saying. And they use the word boat for a reason. This has to do with water also. All right. And then I'm hearing this song is what the world needs now is love, pure love. Because that's the only thing that there's just too little of. Because what the world needs now is love, pure love. Because that's the only thing that there's just. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys know the picture that I used for the Around the World excursion? I can't make this up if I tried. This is the deck they wanted me to pull. Look at the picture. This is very fast movements are going to occur after today. This is a sudden shift of a painful kind for some. Okay, it really is. This is not a joke. This is Prometheus. Prometheus is the god of humankind. He's also known as the god of war. You can look him up. Transformation pressure. How sometimes do we transform? 2222. Pressure is applied. It's like the more pressure is applied, the more we're forced to shine. The more we're forced to shine, the more we're forced to change. So what I'm seeing here is after today, either the light will come on or it will be removed. This is it. Okay. Either the light will come on or it will begin to be removed in a very big way. Okay, because this is about justice. This is about karmic cleanse. This is about purifying the planet and our soul, right? Because we're not meant to be half dark. I can't reiterate that enough. Do you understand? And so it's pressure that is created. What was up will come down, and what was down will rise. So, like I said, all the false gurus, all the false everything, false angel whisperers, false all this crap. Yes, they can be there. They are there. They're going to fall even more. Okay, this is big. And then the last card we have is joy, music, right? This is about expression of freedom, expression of creativity, expression of self. And this is taking me back to Salem. So I cleared Salem. Jacinth and I cleared Salem. She had a contract there to clear it, and we did while I was activating pyramids and stuff. I was after that actually, and she was in my academy. We cleared Salem for this is what I'm talking about. Is anything of the light was snuffed out. Now, what happens when karmic comes out back around? You get what you did. Okay, that's what Judgment Day is karma. You reap what you sow. God does never ever go, oop, you're going down. Oop, you're going down. He's like, I'm sorry, you created it. I've been knocking on your door for 3 years going, hello, can you hear me? Hello, I'm trying to tell you what to do. Hello, I'm trying to tell you how to let go of the darkness. Hello, can you hear me? 2422. Hello, that's what God's been saying. Okay. God's like, I'm trying to help you. Hello, it's okay. I see your heart. Right. And some people were like, fuck you. That's what they did. That's what they did to me, and that's what they did. I'm telling you. And so either the light will be coming on through pressure because your world is being flipped upside down, We are going along the equator over these next 4 weeks. It will end on June 3rd. It starts today and T minus 1 hour. We are counting down. But that's why Spirit wanted me to do these videos. This is a really big deal. I don't usually do a live on YouTube today. Usually come on later for Facebook, which I will again. I will come on at 3:33 today. Okay. So I will be back on after the workshop. And then I'm taking my kids to the drive-in. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I do need to tell the DM that there is no, like, everything's good. Okay. What's the best way I can say this? They keep telling me you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow. So the way God works is pressure is applied, and either with what we're going to do today, you either have no choice, right? It's either like becoming too late. Okay. So it's becoming too late. Michelle, I'm going to post a link. It is now keep in mind, this is not a cheap workshop. This is a 4-week excursion. Okay. I did post the link if y'all are interested. It's a big one. Welcome. Please come, right? If you do need help, let me know, but it's priced accordingly because there's 4 sessions. This is not just today. Today is day 1. Okay. Today is day 1 of the excursion. We're starting in an hour. I have a couple people already joining. If you come, beware because it's life-changing. This will awaken you. This will take you into major healing, major cleanse, major awakening. So it's for everybody, right? You don't have to be a starseed or a light worker. If you can hear me, chances are you're already a light worker or a starseed or some kind of healer. That's not a joke. Okay. You don't find me. You can't hear me otherwise, right? You can't. Even those who have darkness in them, if they find me, they have a chance to let it go. But some of them choose not to. Some of them get really angry and try to thwart my and it's true. I've been attacked several times over. Amy can attest to that. Like, I've been attacked so many times. So I did post it. Yeah. Then I would say purchase it on the 3rd, and you can do it afterwards, right? You can always do it afterwards. I don't usually always upload them, but it's possible I might this time. Sometimes I don't, though, so I can't guarantee you can purchase it afterwards, actually. I don't always make it available. It just depends on what Spirit tells me to do. Sometimes I do. But the 3rd is the last day that we're doing it. This starts today, the 20th, the 27th, and the 3rd. The reason I'm talking about it is not just to promote this, okay? It's for whoever is called to it, but I even understand. Amy felt an attack last night. So my DM, it was like I felt him like afraid. Like I feel like what happened to us just kind of put it off a little bit, and Spirit's agreeing with that. And he was like sending me so much love. It was unbelievable. And like, cause I got sad and so yes, put up those protections. There's something there for sure. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what too, man, like that attack was not, granted, it didn't hurt me like before, but to get to a download of a false DM is some bullshit. Okay. That's not okay. I can tell you right now that the gods are helping me with this one because I'm part of the gods of time, and they're not happy with that. Okay. But they don't retaliate. Karma does its own job. And so just rest assured of that. And so here's the thing, is the way God works is he doesn't damn anybody, right? He doesn't damn anybody. He doesn't. It's your own karma. So this is the final push of pressure to where either the light will come on or it's going to start being snuffed out more and more. Okay. Now I start the workshop today at 1:11. We are going to Ecuador. If you're coming on now in the videos, I read Prometheus's messages on this. From today forward, what was up will go down. What was down will go up. This is more pyramid activations along the equator that are the masculine kind. Okay, I activated all the female pyramids. The one in Machu Picchu, Peru, Brazil, Myanmar, Budapest, Thailand, all of the pyramid, Fiji, all of those were feminine pyramids. Okay. We are now going along the equator, and that's why the DM is much needed for this one. And that is why I had a download of a false DM and I was being attacked again. Okay. I'm not the only one being attacked, it's him too. And even Amy. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that. No matter who you are, if you can feel things, if you can feel the earth, you're going to feel that urge of negativity pushing you. That's what they're talking about. Okay, it's a battle. It's an internal battle of that light and dark. It really is. I can't reiterate enough. We're not meant to be both. And I don't know how many times you'll hear starseeds and light workers even saying that. Oh, we're meant to be half dark and half light so that we learn the lessons. No. No. After today, you are either going to be anchoring in completely to one or the other, and the pressure is going to be applied. So if you have a heart, right, if you have the need to purge that, the want to purge that, it's going to be more pressure to do so. Like it's going to get intense. I can't reiterate that enough. We're all going to feel it. When Prometheus comes in, big things happen. When I activate pyramids, big things happen. I don't know if Amy's still with me. When I activated Fiji, we lost a chunk of land, and was it the Netherlands? Like some earthquake hit right away, and I saw the earth falling into the water, and sure enough, that happened. So just be mindful, okay? I can't reiterate enough. She's here. So yeah, I don't know if you remember that. And then which one was that, Amy? Was it clearing the shadow where the lightning struck? Zeus struck lightning and 3 people died at the White House at that same time he did it. I said he struck the White House, and in real time, right when the workshop was happening, it really happened and 2 or 3 people died. But I think it was Fiji that caused the big first earthquake that was not normal. Okay. So all I can tell you is the Around the World excursion starts today. If you want to take part, welcome. You're going to get a nice big boost into 7D. Okay. If you don't, just pay attention because it is being pressure applied on you like never before after today. This pressure deals with elimination of darkness or elimination of the light, depending upon how far you are on either side. Okay. Making sense so far? Before I end this, I will read what Prometheus said one more time because I can't. It's big. It's very, very, very important. Okay. And here's the thing is I was not thwarted. I did not go be with the false DM, even though I got the download. I made it out of that thanks to my right-hand person, Amy. Okay. Yeah, I think that was the clearing of the darkness. I think that was the shadow workshop was where they lightning struck the White House. It's recorded. It's on, I think, my YouTube channel. I don't know. I've done so many. It's hard to remember which ones were which at this point because when I'm channeling them, you guys, I'm not making this stuff up. Like it comes through me. It happens to me. I didn't even know where we were starting this one. Oh, even Rebecca. See? She said she was unexplainable, uncomfortable yesterday, knots in her stomach for no reason. Not for no reason, sunshine. I'd say you're definitely feeling into that energy. I was attacked big time. Amy says, I know I can't remember. There's been so many, huh? You guys, I've activated 33. I've activated at least, 12 pyramids? I don't even know. There's been a lot of pyramids that I activated, and it took me about a year to do them all. Michelle was attacked. So anybody who's in the light probably is. I had somebody again in my close circle. And when this happened, this isn't going to stop happening, right? That's even when Spirit said that. But to get a download of a false DM kind of really did mess me up. That's not a lie. It really did. It took me into a dark place, but I made it out and it didn't work. It didn't do any good at all. It just made my connection with my DM even stronger. And that's not a joke. We are totally loving each other up on the inside. So I'm very proud of that. And I have faith. I'm not too worried. This one's not hurting me that he's not here today. I kind of knew that was going to come because of what happened. But everything's still good. And this is about justice being served. So which side are you on? Are you on the side of the light or are you on the side of the darkness? If you don't believe heaven and hell, that's your best explanation to that. Okay. It is. You don't have to believe me. Again, you don't. There's so many people I knew that were like, "Oh, you're crazy," and they're all religious. But do they watch my videos? No. That's why I can confidently say who I am. I know I'm not crazy. I did my own psyche eval when I was activating the first pyramids because it's not normal. Okay. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm not crazy. And then it's proven every which way we look at it. Like, I cannot deny it. It's all recorded and witnessed. Amy has been with me pretty much since day one. We both were blown away by this shit. We were both like, why are we going to Fiji? Everybody's like, why are we going to Fiji? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what is Mount Shasta? I'm like, I don't know. Like, all this stuff. And we didn't know it was coming. Okay. I didn't know what the return of Christ was. I remember asking Spirit, like, what is the return of Christ? I saw him die. I processed his soul and I was like, was that it? And no, it wasn't. And I could never quite figure out what it was until it happened. Okay. I didn't know what pyramids were until they happened. You know about the ones in Egypt. I didn't activate a single damn one in Egypt except for the Sphinx, which is the portal of time. And that one they can't ever understand. They could never figure that one out. And that's why you go in the bottom of that one and it's a big black hole. Okay. And that is kind of what is causing the darkness to be sucked out of here. Right. It's not a joke. How many people do you see dying too? Like, it's not a joke. Okay. It's true. And I'm talking like young people, celebrities. It's just all across the board, and it's not going to stop because this is the final pressure. This is your final chance. Okay. Because what the world needs now is love, pure love. And that's the only thing that there's just too little of. And I will tell you is if God could get pissed, he would be now. But he's not. God doesn't get pissed. It's unconditional love. It's your own demise. Okay. It's your own demise. And the ascension is a battle of your life. Now, I can't get over this card enough. This looks like the image I put for the excursion. You guys, this is the same freaking image almost for the around the world excursion. So it starts today. We're going to Ecuador, okay, which is right on the equator line. And Malachi will hold space for the DM, but he's not taking his blue light. That's what he's saying. So that helps me feel good. Okay. Next week, I don't know where we're going. I won't know until it's time. I never know until then. That's the coolest part about the work that I do. That's why there's no denying it. Spirit gives you every option to be aware, to pay attention, to be like, oh shit, this is real, right? All you have to do is open your eyes, watch, look for the proof. The proof is in the pudding or in all of my recordings. Everything I talk about, it's there. Okay. So I'm actually super excited, but I can tell you what is if you're not in the light, you better put your hair between your legs and you better pray. Okay. And if you do have any shadow left in you, you're going to feel the pressure. And I've talked about how to heal the shadow. Okay. It's not as simple as going in and I heal the shadow all the time. It's very easy for me to heal a shadow, but then we have to take it to the next level because I undid the collective shadow because it's being removed from this planet. It will not stay here. Okay. Some will go, some will stay, and some will never know life this way. That's the splitting of the two worlds. You can call it heaven and hell, call whatever you want to call it. Light and dark, heaven and hell, whatever. Okay. They don't belong together and it's done. It's done. It's done. All right. So whatever's in you, it's going to have pressure to either have that light come on, boop, and get rid of the darkness. And you're going to feel the internal battle, anxiety, pressure within your body. You can't have DNA activations until you heal enough. Okay. That's the pressure this is going to cause. So that either the light will come on or the darkness will take over. It's pressure within you. Now, how do you heal that shadow? You can call out the shadow, then we shine light into the shadow, then we reintegrate the shadow. Does that completely heal your shadow? Does anybody know the answer to that? Anybody know the answer to that? If you call out the shadow, shine light into your shadow, and reintegrate the self, Did you heal your shadow? Most people will say yes. The answer is no. This is where you keep going back to do it again and again and again. Why is that? Once it's like when I do healings on individuals, it starts filtering it out of your system. So if I do a medical healing, you have symptoms of it. Why is that? Because it starts to process outward. Even if you integrate the shadow back in, filled with light, no longer has a shadow, it's going to play out in your environment just the way it was created. Because it's another way of saying, hey, bitch, let me back in. And the moment you're not strong enough to do the opposite in which it was created, it's integrating back in. That is a warning. Like, that's how you're going to have to do it. Is it easy? No. It's not easy for me either. All my old habits, all my old things that I would want to go into as a third dimensional self still play out. And I have to go against them every time. Because that way I don't reintegrate a shadow. Because then you receive the activations, you receive the light, 444, you receive the love, you receive the healing. All right. It's a big deal, you guys. Okay. So today is day 1 of Around the World Excursion. There is going to be some rapid movement. I have talked about that within the collective whole. They're going to also push a lot of fear, because if you lower your vibration, the shadow can also take back over. Okay. This is about transformation pressure. Okay. And I'm going to read Prometheus's message one more time. I will again let my true DM know that even the false download of a false DM and everything we just went through, he's safe and I'm safe and he still has time to come. Everything's okay. This is Prometheus's message about the workshops that we're doing starting today, and it's going to run through the 3rd of June. Okay, this is very big. These are the male aspect of the pyramids, and that there's more than that. There is more to it than that. Prometheus on my channel over a year ago did a video where he cut the earth in half. He didn't cut it. He split it in half with his hands. He was like, boop, broken in half, moved it around and put it back together. When I took us into 7D, I flipped it upside down. These are relevant for what I'm doing today. Here is Prometheus's message I'm going to leave you with. And then I got to go get ready for my day 1 of Around the World Excursion, which we're going to Ecuador, which is right on the equator. Okay. Prometheus has said, you will not know this planet like it once was. I'm going to repeat this. You will not know this planet after today like it once was. Shifting tides, that's relevant. Shifting sides. Which side are you on? You're going to feel it. You're going to know. Take a breath and rest assured, you will not know things anymore as they were. What goes up must come down. What was down will now be up. This is about transformation pressure. The time is now. The pressure is going to get extremely intense for you to get rid of that shadow, or you anchor into it. The choice is yours through free will. There's going to be rapid movement on the planet, which this goes with the picture that I chose for the Around the World Excursion. I can't make that up, and I didn't plan that at all. This was the deck they told me to pull today. When I picked the picture, they're like, that one. I'm like, okay. So when I tell you the work I do is big, trust me, the work I do is big. It doesn't just heal the people, it changes the planet. Then it's your choice to get on board with the changes or not. Okay, because this is Judgment Day. And Prometheus is going to be helping lead this one, as well as the other gods. We have Zeus. We have the Galactic Council, they're saying, coming in. Zeus. Many other gods. Like, there's so many of them. So I'm going to go on live later on Facebook at about 3 o'clock. And I will let you guys know the outcomes. It won't be on YouTube until tomorrow, but I will go live on Facebook later. So if you want to find that, go to my Facebook page, Master Juniper Bloom Mystique, Epic Light Healing Journey, and you can hear all about day 1. It's going to be big, and the attack on my DM&I didn't work. Okay. I'm excited. Ecuador, we are going to walk right on the equator line. And this is where Prometheus did his work, and then we flipped it upside down. So I'm going to be curious as to what happens. Again, the first pyramids I activated were feminine. These have to do with the masculine side. Okay. And until my DM is with me, which I love him deeply, I feel him inside. He's safe. I'm safe. We're all safe. 4444. So much love to all of you. If you're curious and you're new to who I am, I encourage you to watch my Ascension playlist, which I've mentioned several times over. The things that I do are very real. They're very mind-blowing. And unless you're open in your heart space to see them, you will not be able to. You got to watch the videos. It's not me talking about them. They're workshops where I actually did the work. So you can see what it means to activate pyramids. It's not a joke, and it actually took my life force to do it. My heart became enlarged. Okay, so I do need my DM coming soon, but he will. So much love to all of you. I will let you know. I'm going to go get ready because it starts at 1:11. If anybody wants to join it, you still can. It's a 4-week excursion. Today is day 1. Next week is the second one. The week after is the third. And then it ends on June 3rd. All of these are creating a shift on the planet that cannot ever be forgotten or undone. The world you know now will not be the same. Okay? Stay diligent. Pay attention to your energy. Anytime dark thoughts come into your space, it's a fucking attack, and tell it where it needs to go by giving it love. Because what the world needs now is love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. Okay. How do we clear the shadow? Nobody fully knew. You have to heal it, integrate the light, put it back in, but then not allow it to play out the same way in your reality again. Okay? Be strong, my friends. It's war. That's real. You can see it across the board. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me on both things. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I love you guys. And for those who did join me, I will see you soon. I'm going to put the links in the comments of both. I put it in the, I think, explanation as well. This is for, if you join this workshop, I will warn you, it's life-changing. You're going to heal in a very big way, and you're going to start going into 7D. You can't undo it, but it's a good thing. All right. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.